So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
I'm trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is how much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
Jeffrey's sunbathing. Hello, sunbathing people. Welcome to the 420 radio show. Obviously, he's on a mountain somewhere.
Trying to figure out where the mute button is.
Nice.
You have to unmute,
where
buddy.
the mute button is.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
He's a smart man.
Looks like he's in a tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's camping.
He must be on a job somewhere.
No, he's trying to find some shade so he can see where the button is to click unmute.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, you can't. They have to unmute. He has to unmute himself. Yeah. So, welcome to the 420 radio show. Our guest is here, Jeffery Peterson, the 420 comic. He will figure it out.
There he is.
There we go. Clicky, 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 clicky. How's it going, eh?
Camera froze.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dale's here. Dale's here. I dragged Dale in, but his camera's not connecting.
Dale, what's up?
So his mic doesn't connect either. How do you pull that one?
What?
How do you get that one so you don't get your mic connected either? I want to try that one.
He hasn't been here in a while, and his settings are different, probably, or something.
Do we let Darcy back?
Darcy's here. Why am I full screen is what I'd like to know.
You did it.
No, I didn't. It was you.
No, you did it because you put Jeffrey full screen and he left.
You guys crack me up. I missed you guys. Nice to see you.
We it was nice to see Jeff, and now we'll sit here for 2 hours and go.
No, I made a video.
I did as well. What's your video about?
Cannabis.
My video is about THCVA.
Oh. Cool.
I still haven't got you that joint, Darcy. Sorry.
Mine is the explaining both mental and physical differences between smoking and ingesting cannabis.
Ooh, that'll be a good one.
If I can remember in the morning, I'll try to drop one off when I go for my 6:30 groceries.
When are you going to drop mine off?
Not an issue.
I'll just leave it out in your step or something.
When you're passing by, just drop it off and leave it on.
I'll text you, Darcy. If I actually remember to do it, I'll text you.
Yeah, I might not likely be up. So
are you up that early?
Can we start the show now?
Yes, please.
We're talking about cannabis. Trying to do a little small deal here.
Oh yeah. Help a friend.
That's funny.
You are a legal drug dealer, so you can.
I am a legal drug dealer.
Yes, you are.
I just want to point out.
He says with a big smile on his face.
I just want to point out how funny it is that you say it's a small deal, but yet we're sitting here listening to it, and everybody else on Facebook. And so, how small is it?
Well, it's also the worst deal in history since I'm making zero profit.
Hey, MJ, can you drop your video down to 480, please? It'll help with the blippy on your audio. Please.
I will try, yes.
So here we are, May 4th, May 25th, April 25th.
I was going to say, what month are you in?
Well, hold on. I'm not finished yet. April 25th. And you know what?
What?
There hasn't been any snow this week. Well, no, 3 days. Hi, Dale.
How's it going?
Good, thank you.
I left the laptop and went to my phone. Laptop was shitty.
The reason I'm bringing it up is because the snow's melted. And yet, we're supposed to get more this week.
Yeah, I was looking at your temperatures now. Your temperatures are shitty for the next couple days.
It's what is it right now outside? It is 9, 7, something like that.
That's not bad.
You know, it's nice. I could sit out. I could tonight. There's I can't remember which ones it is, but there's meteor showers tonight. And then you got that funny smiley face in the air last night.
I was grilling supper with a t-shirt
Doesn't
on.
he look like a fucking movie star with his hair glowing and flowing? Got music playing.
Are you a baby?
I'm at Shakedown. I'm at Shakedown Street in Vegas for the Grateful Dead.
Awesome. Where's the dead? Come on.
The Dead are playing at the Sphere, and
really?
I'm the host here at Shakedown Vegas.
Awesome. And there's also a really bad delay.
Probably music.
I feel like I'm in a Cheech and Chong movie right now.
Soon. We're going to reduce the background noise. See how that helps. That help, Jeff?
Yeah, a little bit.
How's things?
I don't know what's going on. We're having a weird connection. I'm not in a mountain. I'm not on a mountain. I'm in a casino. So
I might suggest you drop your video down to 480 to help. Do you think he heard that?
You might suggest what?
Changing your video setting to 480.
You might suggest what? Oh, man. Sorry about this, guys.
Let's just stare at
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what's going on.
Too much internet. Hi, buddy. Do you want to leave and come back and try again, Jeff?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
That's a hell of a delay.
Sounds like there's a concert behind him.
There is.
There is. I'm at a parking lot with the Grateful Dead, and you know, there's bands playing, there's people.
That's what
a lot of tie-dye shirts. Sorry, guys, I can't find a quieter place.
You should turn your camera and show us the crowd.
I'll tell you what. I'll try to find a quieter place, guys. Let me see if I can.
I don't think you will.
I'll walk away from the event. Yeah, I guess it's picking up all the sounds of the event. Sorry about that, guys, but this is a great time, man. the Dead and Company, which is the Grateful Dead, are at the Sphere here in Las Vegas.
Cool.
They're doing a residency there? Is it a one-off show?
Is it a residency, Jeff, or is it just a one time?
Hey guys, can you hear me now?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us at all? I don't think he has headset on.
Well, he's using a public Wi-Fi. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Kind of patchy.
My apologies, dude. I don't know what's going on.
No problem, buddy.
He's gonna walk halfway around the city trying to find a spot.
Find a Wi-Fi spot.
I don't think there's a quiet spot in Las Vegas.
Let's see if we can see what he sees. The sun seems brighter.
So,
there.
you guys, Shakedown Vegas.
Can you hear us at all now? I'm guessing that's a no.
Let's all just wave at him.
Jane giving him the finger?
Hey Al, you can always
give the internet the finger.
Tried like 2
internet.
Buddy wants to know what he's smoking at the Dead concert. It's like we can't ask him.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear us.
What size is that Elton John shirt?
What's that, the Elton John shirt? I think it's a large.
I'm curious about that too, because I want to know about the weed in Vegas.
Yeah, that is that shirt.
There's mushrooms?
That's what I heard.
I heard mushrooms.
I already did some, thanks.
Favorites.
Yeah.
Oh my God. She was my Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, she was great. Debbie Harry.
Debbie Harry.
I think I went. How many times? I think I went 3 times for a well.
Well, I guess we should take the time to introduce the person who's wandering around in Vegas. Did you introduce him as the 420 comic? Because we know a lot of 420 comics, but not the 420 comic.
You know what? There. I muted him. We'll watch and quietly mute.
Did we lose Lennie?
Which is great for a radio show.
I'm here. I turned my camera off.
Your audio is not much better, Marijane. Unfortunately. But this is the powers of the internet.
What do you?
Poof.
What's she driving in?
I don't know. She's going somewhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's she going?
Well,
I don't know.
but it looked like she was wearing a 5-point harness. not normal in your everyday car.
I don't know. So let's see if we can hear Jeffrey now.
Well, it's a matter of, can Jeffrey hear us now?
Oh, yeah.
Now.
Can you hear us now?
I can hear you guys.
Awesome.
I can hear you.
Great. Now, somebody wants to know what you're smoking at the concert.
My apologies, guys. I'm at a crazy concert parking lot venue.
We can hear it.
Yeah.
What are you smoking, Jeff?
Can you guys hear me?
A little bit.
Yes. Can we? Yep. Can you hear us? Maybe not.
So yeah, I'm out here hosting with all these deadheads, man. It's been a lot of fun. This is it's been something great for Vegas. We really enjoy the Grateful Dead being here.
They're actually playing tonight, I guess, eh?
They are playing tonight. I got to go to 2 shows last week, and man, they are incredible. And not only are they incredible, but the Sphere itself is the most amazing venue.
Is John Mayer playing with them still?
John Mayer is playing with them, and he is just astounding. I mean, I don't know why he doesn't get more respect in the rock world as a guitar god, but he really is. He's just, wow, jaw-droppingly good.
Yeah. Yeah, I like Johnny.
And it's the Sphere itself. I don't know if you've seen any imagery or know anything about it, but it's the most high-tech concert experience you can see. And it's just something that you go once and you're blown away.
I want to go see Tool there, Jeff.
That would be good.
Yeah. I heard Tool's going to play there, which is, to see Alex Gray's artwork on such a large scale. I got to experience his artwork one time at Burning Man inside of a huge dome. So I can only imagine Tool's music set to that kind of imagery is going to be amazing.
It'll be sick.
They've got Metallica
it will be sick.
in Toronto this weekend.
Metallica's there?
Yeah.
I'm praying my favorite band, Iron Maiden, plays just one time at the Sphere. That's all I need. If they could play one time, that would be the best. Yeah. But we're having a high old time here. There's a lot of good people. A lot of people enjoying cannabis freely, and it's pretty neat because I'm here hosting these after shows, bringing up the bands and stuff in the afternoon and at night. And I don't think I've ever seen so many people tripping at a casino. I mean, they're just people walking around just in a daze at a casino, and sometimes at the poker table. It's hilarious.
Huh. Sounds like an afternoon in my garage.
Yeah. It's really neat. And I made a comic book for the event that's a special commemorative comic book. I'm trying to get it to the band. If I could get it to the band members, that would be the best. But we've just been having a lot of fun, man. It's good to talk with you guys. I haven't seen you in a while, Al. It's good to know you're doing good.
I'm all right up here in the Great White North. Marijane will be back. She's going to try when she gets to where she's going, but she has to ask you a question. She wanted to ask you some stuff about Vegas because she's going. So hopefully you'll still be here when she comes back.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just hanging out, having a good time. We got amazing weather here in Vegas, and it's really cool for our economy because we all across the city there's people doing different things with the dead. involved. They're different shows and stuff.
Well, it's a dead weekend, is it?
How was WrestleMania for Vegas?
I didn't attend it, but it was a huge success. People love WrestleMania here, and they had it at 2 venues, I believe. Yeah, people love WrestleMania here, man. That's for darn sure. We're becoming the sports mecca. We've got the Raiders, we've got the Golden Knights, but we're also acquired the Oakland A's, and we're going to have an expansion basketball team. So Las Vegas is quickly becoming this new sports, capital of the world.
Well, it used to be back in the 60s. It used to be big sports, more betting than anything, but big sports.
Right.
Yeah, but that was more for fights and stuff.
But
like
to
that.
Yeah. But to have these sports teams here, they're building a stadium for the A's, and of course we can't call them the Athletics like they did in Oakland. We're going to be calling them the Las Vegas. We'll be calling them the Las Vegas fucking A's. That's what we'll be calling them. The fucking A's.
I think you should just be the Aces.
The Aces, yeah, that would be good. That's our basketball team. We got the we got the Lady Aces. Yeah, the female basketball team. Yeah, yeah, man, this has been a great experience because they have bands playing all day long. All these jam bands, and you could vaguely hear it, but they're all great. And so there's people here dancing, having fun. It's something great to do on a weekday afternoon.
The Sphere looks cool.
Yeah, the Sphere's on my bucket list.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, we were just commenting about this Sphere and how cool it is.
We all want to go.
I don't.
Oh yeah.
It's not on my bucket list.
It's weird. I'll tell you, it's pretty profound because Seth Rogen went here to the Dead shows last month, or actually it was last year when he went. Last year, Seth Rogen went. He never had been a fan of the Grateful Dead, never really listened to their music. Went to the Sphere, saw them, and walked out and said, "Now the Grateful Dead is his favorite band." And the Sphere is his favorite place.
I don't know if my brain could.
Sorry, I can't. It's pretty much it's a lot to take. I'll tell you that much. It really is. It helps. It helps if you're on hallucinogenics, like I was when I went there. So it kind of is very conducive to hallucinogenics. That's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt at all. So what else is new, Jeff? What have you been up to? I see you're playing a lot of the headliner clubs.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of good stuff here in Vegas. Hosting over here at the Tuscany Casino, but I've also been hitting like the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club out here, and I've been in Los Angeles at the Hollywood Laugh Factory. Making my rounds, trying to establish myself as the comic that I am, and just having fun with it. And it's pretty cool. This is my 22nd year of comedy, so I think I'm starting to figure it out.
It's a long time. When we met, you had just started.
Yeah, but yeah, I just have fun. I have fun with doing comedy and making comic books and stuff, and just trying to, have it all lead to something.
playing?
Pardon me?
You said who's playing?
Who's playing right now?
Yeah.
A band called Delilah's Dead is playing,
Never heard of them.
and they're really good.
Cool.
You know what's neat? I've discovered these bands down here that and they're all from all across the country. You can't be in a Grateful Dead cover band and suck. You just can't, because they're all super talented. So it's been pretty cool to watch.
Can you play any Dead? Dale? Do you know how to play them?
Did I play any Dead? What?
No, Dale's a guitarist, and I was wondering if he knows how to play any Dead stuff.
Yeah. Do you know how to play that?
No, I play mostly my own stuff.
It's a different kind of. Yeah,
I can't.
It's a different kind of style. And it's like it's like something that I don't think every guitar player does or can do. It's a kind of a weird noodling, bluegrassy style that Jerry Garcia kind of perfected, and but John Mayer is just a master at it. He's just and we all love watching John Mayer's crazy facial expressions. I mean, he makes he's got the market cornered on weird expressions for a guitar player.
He's fun to watch. He's very animated, that's for sure.
He's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, I got to meet John Mayer in the year 2000, 25 years ago. He was shopping himself to the labels in Los Angeles, and I worked at a magazine, and he came in, and it was just this shy, tall guy standing in the corner, and I started talking to him, and I said, hey, man, I'm Jeff. He said, I'm John. I said, where are you from? He said, Connecticut. And I said, that's where I'm from. So we hit it off, and then I watched him play, and I was like, oh, my God, this kid is going to be famous.
Oh, he's beyond famous.
Yeah, he is beyond famous. He's you know what's great too is Al is he has put his money where his mouth is. He owns 51% of the Dead and Company. So he has said that this music will go on in perpetuity even after he's gone.
Well, that's good.
So that's pretty cool. He's also 51% owner of the Muppets. So I'm wondering if we start to see some psychedelic Muppet movies with Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem Band.
That would be cool.
That would be way cool. That would be way cool.
Yeah.
But
it's like, you know, I just learned that Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin were instrumental in putting together Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. I didn't know that.
It's true.
There's a lot of clips coming out because of the documentary that's coming out soon, right? So,
right. You know, and I've had such a good fortune to not only, you know, work with those guys, but to really get to know them a little bit. You know, I just saw Tommy a couple months ago out here in Vegas, and I'm an associate producer for KLOS Radio in Los Angeles with Fraser Smith. So I was able to book him for the show. And, you know, in my head, I'm thinking, oh my God, I just booked Tommy Chong for a radio show. Like, that's insane. And so, you know, the fact that I've been able to work with Cheech and Chong and really get to know them a little bit is just, it's mind blowing. In my estimation, Cheech Marin is a treasure. I think Cheech Marin is a really talented comedic actor and just a super nice guy. And I know a lot of people kind of gravitate more toward Tommy, but for me, Cheech Marin is the man.
He's a good writer and a good actor.
Yeah. good actor, and he's a real patron of the arts. He's got an art gallery in California, and I just every time I've bumped into Cheech, he's been super nice. And I'm a celebrity impressionist, and when I worked with Cheech and Chong, the best thing about working with them was after the show, I'm backstage, and Cheech is like, "Hey man, you sounded just like those guys you did, man. You sounded just like Gary Busey. Hey, do Gary Busey again." and I was like a jukebox for Cheech Marin. I'm like, "Hey Cheech, it's me, Gary Busey," and he's like, "You sound exactly like him, man. That's exactly what he sounds like. Hey, do McConaughey." And he was having me do different voices. I couldn't believe it. I was pinching myself.
I remember about 10 years ago when Dave was doing the show and Brian, and you came on and you were talking like McConaughey, and I had people emailing me asking me if that was really him. So
that's great, because that's what I do on the radio in Los Angeles. I'll call in as Ice-T or Jason Statham or Ozzy, and then people will think it's really them. They'll really think it's that person, and it's what's really fun is I've got to do my Ice-T impression in front of Ice-T, and he loved it. So that's the biggest thrill. And one of the things, Al, you asked me what I'm up to. One of the things I am up to is I'm planning a new show for Vegas. I've had a couple of residencies here, which is what the goal is for a Vegas performer. I had a residency at Planet 13, the world's largest dispensary, and then I had a residency at the Nerd Bar on Fremont Street. But now I've got my sights set on a residency that is a all impressionist show, because I do celebrity impressions. I do over 180, and right now Rich Little is not in town. And Rich Little, the legend was the guy that he's still alive. He's in his 80s, and the funny thing is his impressionist show. Almost every person in the show that he does an impression of is dead. So it's kind of weird. So I plan on updating the craft a little bit, a little more rock and roll impressionist show for Vegas. And I've got some irons in the fire to do that. So I'll be announcing that to you guys as soon as I get a date on that.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah,
but that's really my passion, is doing celebrity impressions for tourists.
But if you put like a rock music theme to it, that'd be awesome.
I'm sorry, you said again?
If you had a theme like the rock stars, like a night and a little show based on that, that'd be great.
Most definitely. And that's kind of what it's going to be. Very interactive. I'm a very much a heavy metal guy, so expect a lot of kind of, high intensity stuff going on.
An 80s hair band, dude.
Yeah. I was in a hair band in the 80s. I had the hairspray with my hair up high and everything. And I was fortunate. I got to play on the Sunset Strip when it was still cool, and my heroes would come see me: Ronnie James Dio and Gene Simmons, and Rob Halford, and I couldn't believe that even happened. But lo and behold, Seattle came along and changed everything. So I had to shift gears. And my next gear that I shifted was I got into a rap metal band, and right when rap metal was huge. So I had some pretty good runs there doing rock and roll in Los Angeles, and then when I realized I still wanted to be a performer, but didn't want to deal with all the relationship problems of being in a band, I was like, if I just grabbed a mic and just told jokes, I'd be up there by myself. So that's when I shifted gears, and that was 22 years ago now.
Long time. Come here, baby.
So one of the things I was going to tell you guys while I'm talking about the sphere and I'm here is we had discussed what bands we would have loved to have seen here that there's no way we could see them here because they don't exist anymore. But I think you guys will agree, Rush would have been the ultimate sphere band. Oh my God, if we could have seen Rush here, you know?
I'm also thinking Pink Floyd would have been an amazing one.
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd would be.
That would
yeah.
be ideal for
There's
this.
another one. Queen. I never thought of it. That would be great.
Yeah.
I got to see Rush at the Air Canada Center in Toronto, and in 2010, and that was, man, to see them in Canada was just like the best.
You haven't seen
Metallica.
Rush, so
Metallica would be up my alley there, though, because
they're in Toronto right now.
Anyway.
You have not seen Rush unless you've seen them in Maple Leaf Gardens. I'm sorry to say.
Wow.
Iron Maiden would be a good one in the sphere too.
Yeah,
because Iron Maiden.
It would be great.
Amazing shows.
They down road.
They do, and Iron Maiden. They're my favorite band, and they're getting ready to go on tour in Europe. I mean, this is their 50th year. And I saw them twice last year, and they are just incredible. They're just like better than they ever were, really.
I bet you Alice Cooper could do something cool too.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good show too.
Yeah.
Well, Gilmore could still do it.
I could see that.
We're going through all the list of bands that I went to as concerts when I was a teenager here. Kiss would have been another good one.
Sonny and Cher would be great there.
Kiss would have been. Yeah, that would be funny. Well, you know who's coming next after the Grateful Dead is the Backstreet Boys.
Oh my God.
There's a lunch bag letdown.
Is that retarded or what? That is just ridiculous.
Hey, you got to hit all sectors.
Yep.
Has
you
Taylor
do well,
Swift played there
guys?
yet?
No, she hasn't, and I'm actually surprised. I would think, but she puts on concerts where like 300,000 people are at her concerts. They're huge. But the Eagles have dominated the sphere. They were here for 7 months, and then in the fall they returned for 4 more months. So people love the Eagles, I guess. You know.
Is that every night, once a week? What?
They do it 3 nights a week.
Wow.
3 nights a week. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And man, it's a lot of fun. And their tickets are like $700. Yeah, just the average ticket's like $700. And then they go up like they're like $1,500 at the end of the day. Like if you wanted to get one at like last minute.
Wow,
it's crazy.
They were talking,
crazy.
They were talking tickets for the playoffs in Montreal on the news, and you're looking at starting at 2,000 and going south or north of 4 or 5. Yeah, and they're going up.
That's crazy.
As the games go, they're going up. Right?
Oh, they're going out.
Man.
Are they?
I really hope they don't. I hope a whole bunch of people lose money this year.
Well, guys, this is it's been super fun. I love chatting with you. I'll tell you what, Al. I want to revisit visiting you guys when I'm not at a place that's so loud, because I would love to hear you guys a little better. But I miss talking with you, man. And I want to tell you, Al, I really appreciate over the years the support you've given me, man. It's meant a lot. It truly has.
Oh, no problem.
So
man.
thank you. I always feel like I got a friend up in the Great White North. So,
well, you do. You have to. I'm even more north.
Thank you.
Yeah, further. You went further north.
I went further north. Yep. All right, Jeff. So
Have
yeah,
fun.
when you have a Friday night at home, let me know.
Fun.
Okay. We'll see you guys soon.
Ciao, bro.
Take care.
And that was
And I'm just going to mute him.
Somewhat of a conversation with Jeffrey.
Yeah. Busy guy.
Every day he's got something going on. And, being in Vegas, I think even I would be busy in Vegas. It's a busy place. So, now that all that excitement is done,
It's a lot quieter. It's actually
it's a lot quieter. Let's kick him out. Goodbye, Jeffrey. Oof. Now watch, you'll never be able to get on the show again.
I think he's on to something. If he has what he should be doing, if he can do all those impressions, I don't know if he sings with the impressions or not.
No.
No, but even if he had a little band doing some cover behind it, he could do quite the show.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember. I can't remember the name of his band, but he was in an '80s metal band that did pretty good. So one of them '80s hair bands, as he said. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah. And now Marijane is going to be disappointed because we actually had Jeff on to talk to Marijane because Marijane's going to Vegas. So we tried. Everybody's so quiet tonight. Sheesh. Was everybody doing mushrooms or something?
No, I'm watching hockey. As soon as you get to the airport, there's like advertising for cannabis now. Her best thing is to message Jeff to find out which dispensaries to get off the strip to get the weed cheaper.
Yeah.
Planet 13's cool to go to. It's pretty fucking huge.
I've seen videos. I got the releases when they opened.
Yeah, I went there. I did go there.
But you didn't go to the Sphere yet.
Didn't exist.
Oh, I thought you'd been there recently.
No, I was supposed to go March 10th, 2020, and some stupid bullshit thing happened.
Oh, that thing.
And I just never. Well, I haven't gone for a while. Have you been
back to the States since?
No, States on. No, I haven't actually. Gone to Mexico a little bit, but
I haven't been to the
Jamaica
States since the 90s.
Mostly, I heard first during COVID. I heard Vegas took a while to become Vegas again. There was still a lot of staff shortages and.
Well, a lot. I mean, it's a known fact. It has been for a while. A lot of people prefer to go to Reno because it's just the same and cheaper.
I don't believe it's the same.
Well, that's what they say. It's the same atmosphere and your casinos and you got your shows.
Oh, I don't go to gamble. I go for the shows.
I don't gamble either, but
I enjoy the shows a lot.
I'm going to a show at a casino, so I'll gamble.
What casino?
Halifax, Vermont.
Oh, do they bring in bands and stuff?
Oh yeah, we're going to see Little Brad.
Little Red.
Little Brad.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, hang on.
He's going to a concert. He doesn't know who. I saw before I left the city. I saw.
I know who it is.
Boy George and Culture Club at the Hummingbird Center. Is it the Hummingbird? No, it's the I don't know, Kodiak building or whatever.
Last week we were watching YouTube and Brad come on with one of his videos and we were watching it. And I said to Chrissy, I said, he ever comes to Moncton or Halifax, we're getting tickets.
And then he came.
3 days later, I'm sitting there, and the ad pops up in Facebook that he was coming to the Moncton Casino. And
It's funny how that happens, eh?
20 minutes later, I had my tickets. It's Brad Williams. He's
I know who he is.
He's a little person.
I know who he is.
He's a little person that makes fun of little people.
Oh, he's a comedian.
Oh, okay.
Is he ever? He's fucking hilarious.
Oh, I know who he is. I know
who he is.
A friend of mine.
As soon as you said, yeah.
No, a friend of mine's a big fan, and he's told me about him.
Well,
okay,
cool.
I know who you mean.
Yeah.
I thought it was music.
Oh no. You got to watch some of his videos.
Because I was gonna say it sounds like a fucking country artist or a rapper, and I couldn't see you going to either.
and I definitely wouldn't go to neither.
Oh, the comedian. I think I know who you mean. Like, yeah, a friend of mine's told me about him.
Yeah. Oh, he's funny.
Honestly, I've seen so many just local yuck, whatever. I have not seen a comic that was that horrible that I didn't get a chuckle out of.
We used to go to the Second City Fire Hall in Toronto for my birthday every year and saw people like Colin Mockery and what's the other guy, like the guys, and Ryan Stiles and other comedians that have been there over the years, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoy improv, right? And Colin Mockery is actually touring.
See, I have a hard time going to concerts and things because it's sensory overload.
Yeah. Well, that's yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I went and I watched and I don't mind Moncton setup. The way they have it set up is actually not that bad because we've gone to Trailer Park Boys, we've gone to Cheech and Chong. We did a couple concerts there. So venue-wise, it's not that bad for me. We went to a ball game that damn near killed me.
You know, when I go alone to a concert, I have a hard time with the sensory and just being there alone. Like for instance, I went and saw Jack White, and he was the headliner, but I left after Jeff Beck because that's who I wanted to see. And by the time Jeff Beck was done, I was just like, I gotta get out of here, right? There's just too much going on.
See, my problem is my brain is trying to comprehend and register everything that's going on around me.
Exactly.
Away from the actual show. And it only happened after I got sick with MS.
David and I went to see Bachman and Cummings, and I thought it would be great to sit near the soundboard guys, and that's what I did. I watched the soundboard guys.
Oh yeah.
You know. Anyways, let's take a quick break and have a pee or whatever you got to do in a minute and a half, and we'll be back. It's the 420 Radio Show.
Rerolled Saturdays. Check it out. Nothing but non-stop cannabis and psychedelic programming. Find it at 420pace.ca.
Hi, I'm Timmy.
And I'm Marijane. He's the newbie.
She's the doobie. And this is the show
where we
tote
cannabis.
Talk.
From both sides.
Is that even possible?
That wasn't really long enough to pee, was it?
No.
It didn't matter. I wasn't going anyways. Are they doing their shows on Wednesday still?
Yeah, we play them.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, just like, are they doing new live shows or are they doing recorded shows?
They're all stuff that they did a while ago that I'm replaying.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, not new. No, not yet anyways. We can hope maybe one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darcy.
That was the idea.
I'm just wondering if Darcy fell asleep.
I haven't seen or heard Darcy for a while.
Well, he's got his mic mute it, so I'm kind of wondering what he's been up to.
Cooking eggs and bacon.
I might have to message him and wake him up.
Does he fall asleep in his chair a lot? I know I would.
Montreal's on too. He may have said "fuck you guys" too.
He better not have. I want to know what his growth segment is.
And I think it was Jeffrey's birthday today too, and I forgot to even ask. Yeah,
it's really hard to.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's a busy guy and he's out and about doing the thing, and that used to be almost every other show. Way back when we were doing just audio, so
Yeah. Well, I know what was going on though. I wasn't going to say it because it would have been terrible anyway. But if he goes off the speakerphone, it would have shut the sound down. Like he kept it to his ear.
If he had a headset, yeah,
or a headset too. But
he would have been fine if he had.
But then you can't see him, and it's just kind of weird anyway. Correct. So I didn't suggest it. But I know those speakerphones. Like if I call my dad, for example. And he has the fucking speaker on, and there's a TV or radio in the back. Like it
picks everything up.
Yeah. Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
So I know that's what happened. But
I used to go through that with my mom.
Yeah, and just the speakerphone is so sensitive.
Hello, Alan. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello.
So I was hoping Darcy would hurry up and get back on because I have questions about the THCV y'all were talking about earlier.
Well, that's Al's video, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But apparently, maybe Darcy knows something about it.
Well, I've had a joint here for him for like 2 weeks.
He's got some for it, but I'm wondering
if I can remember to wait. If I can remember to take it with me in the morning, I'll drop it at his fucking house.
I want to try it now. Well, while we're talking about strains and stuff, I have been. I've tried a while back. MJ sent me a nifty little pen that has you can adjust the voltage, and it's for different pens and stuff. And so last week I got a cartridge. I don't have it here, but it was a blue strawberry. It was really nice. I liked it, and it was a what was it? A liquid diamond.
Oh yeah.
And this one
diamond.
Here,
a liquid diamond. A liquid diamond.
Yes, sir. That's what they call it. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Had 10% CBD and a whole lot of THC. This one here is
like distillate.
Yeah, no, I know. I knew you were going to say that. This one here is a spinach. It's from spinach.
Spinach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
all right, Darcy.
Strawberry slurry. Slurricane. Strawberry slurry.
Slurricane strawberry.
Yeah.
Darcy.
Marcel.
Where'd you go?
I just went to partake in some medicine.
Yeah, you slimer. What's your growth segment tonight?
What's my growth segment tonight, Marcel?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you, Darcy.
Actually, I'm going to pull you up on my phone and take you in and show you how to spray your clones and look after your clones while you're waiting for roots.
Oh, there you go. Cool. Now, I need you guys to explain to me what's so exciting about THCV.
I don't know. I haven't tried it.
I don't know. Lennie still hasn't dropped it off yet.
But why is there a surge in popularity for it?
I got to try.
Do you want to watch the video that I made and then talk about it?
I got to try some of the Dirty Taxi and Permanent Marker. Lennie stuff.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's pretty good. A friend of mine gave me some. I dropped him over some oil. He's really loving that oil I gave him. So.
What'd you think? What'd you think of the Dirty Taxi?
The Dirty Taxi's nice.
Pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got a nice flavor to it.
Let's see a THCV video.
You can see it okay?
So far, yeah.
All right, picture this. You've probably heard of THC and CBD, but have you ever come across THCVA? If not, don't worry. Grab your favorite snack, sink into the sofa, and let's get into it. THCVA stands for tetrahydrocannabivirinic acid. Yep, it's a bit of a mouthful. But here's the magic. THCVA is a naturally occurring cannabinoid found in raw cannabis plants, especially those grown in Africa and Asia. It's technically the acidic precursor to THCV. Once you heat it up, like when you light up or vape, it transforms into THCV, which is getting a lot of buzz for its unique effects. Now, what makes THCVA so special? Unlike regular THC, which is famous for its psychoactive effects, hello, classic high, THCVA doesn't actually get you high in its raw form. It's all about the potential health benefits. Early research hints that THCVA might help with media group, person stretching and smiling after exercise, healthy meal prep in a kitchen at Stalk at distribute_equally, inflammation, metabolism, and even appetite control. Imagine a cannabinoid that chills you out, but without the munchies. And here's the kicker. THCVA is super rare compared to other cannabinoids. It's like finding that one hidden gem in your favorite dispensary. Something a little different, a little exclusive. So next time you're exploring new strains or chatting with your bud tender, keep an ear out for THCVA. It's not just another cannabinoid, it's one that truly stands out from the crowd. All right, that's your quick trip into the world of THCVA. Stay curious, stay relaxed, and as always, enjoy responsibly.
Yeah.
So, was that informative?
Well, not really. Let me just.
Maybe not for you guys.
The hype on it, supposedly no munchies, is the real hype on it. Like,
All right.
help people. They think it's going to help with the weight loss and things like that. Is the hype?
Yeah. Okay, so THCV is basically just another form of THC, but not the same as Delta 9, not the same as Delta 8. It's got a higher boiling point, so if you're vaping it, you're over 400 degrees to get it to vaporize properly. Durban poison is high in THCV.
Yes, motherfucker, yes.
Montreal scored, Darcy?
Yes, we did.
Well, are they only 5-0 or 5-1 now?
Nope, 1-1, and then we got a power play.
Oh. They people will call it a skinny cannabinoid because it reduces hunger. And
apparently it's an appetite suppressant.
Yeah, and it's a much shorter high. All right. So if you smoke a joint and you get a good buzz, for a couple of hours, you might get 30 minutes of the THCV. And it's not a whole lot different when you eat it. So, if anything, I think it basically curbs your appetite more than anything. It's non-sedative, it's not intoxicating, so you don't get stoned or feel high or anything like that. But they do warn, because there are some warnings to it. High doses are anxiety-inducing.
Oh, yeah.
Short-lived effects require redosing or blending it with THC because it is such a short. Very strain-dependent. And it's expensive and rare in isolate form, but becoming more available. Yeah, okay.
It's hard to yield. So what I have right now is a blend. They
Yeah.
call it diet. They call it Diet Durban. Like it's
Diet,
milled product.
Diet Durban.
Yeah, but it's
Diet
obviously a pheno of Durban poison that had to have a little bit more THCV.
No, what they're doing is they're harvesting it earlier to get
or whatever
THCV.
they're doing, but they are blending it with, I think it's grape gasoline. Anyway, the blend is something like I'd have to look at it again, but I believe it's 10% THC, 6% THCV. Now that particular blend, it was like having a double, triple espresso. Like it was like, woo! It fucking perked you up real quick. And you're right, it doesn't last super long. You get a little high. You get 10%, even 10% THCs, you feel a little something. Yeah. But I'll have to admit, I'm not sure if I really liked it. Because
You've tried it, obviously.
Oh yeah, but I haven't smoked it again because I wasn't sure if I really liked it. I'm going to again. It's definitely a day. I almost like it was kind of funny. The company and just me chatting. It's almost like what people perceive as sativa. It was almost like super fucking sativa. Is like kind of the joke of it. Like it was definitely a pick me upper. But I don't know if I got anxiety from it, but it was almost too much overload or just too much energy. Like I didn't find it chilled me out. That's for sure.
See, I think any strain, it doesn't matter what strain. If you have too much, it's going to cause anxiety of any strain.
Yeah. So and it wasn't anxiety. It was just. It was. I guess when I smoke weed, I like to kind of, obviously not just chill,
relax.
But it was almost. I've never experienced myself any sativa give me this crazy energy. I just never experienced it, right? So that was the first time I had like holy fuck.
A holy fuck mode. What the fuck is going on moment?
Yeah, like it was the first time I've ever experienced that from a cannabis product. So
I got some Durban grown. Maybe I'll do some early harvest and get some THCV.
See what it does.
Huh.
Nah, I don't care.
So where did Darcy go?
I'm right here.
What are you doing for your little chat there, buddy?
I told you I'm gonna log into my phone here and take you in and show you how to look after your clones.
Get with her.
When are you going to do that?
Right after this.
This is how to grow the weed.
Oh, you're not outside. You're right there.
I'm right here. Yeah, I'm not going. Sorry, I'm just right
No, I
now.
was thinking he had to go to the tent.
No, I'm sitting on my table. They're in the house with the little light on. Just 1 second here. I'm gonna log in on this phone. So enter. I'm gonna log out here.
Okay, mute one of them.
Okay. Now.
All right, there you go.
Okay. Sucker linings.
Yep, there's Darcy.
I thought you were taller, Darcy.
You got a booger, dude.
What's that?
You got a booger. Thanks.
No problem. I gotta flip this camera around somehow.
Now he's gonna wipe his nose the whole time now because you got him going. Like
that's the Coke.
Yeah. Oh, right. I know I can flip this camera around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually swipe up or swipe down on the actual picture that you're looking at right now.
Remove. I don't want to remove it. More.
You got one of them gay iPhones?
No, it's a Samsung.
Is it?
I have a Samsung. What's wrong with Samsung? I like my Samsung.
Okay. Well, it's gonna make it a little harder here. Just 1 second. I do got to switch this around. More. Recording settings. Haha. Camera. Camera one front. No. Camera back. Oh, I figured it out.
There you go.
Alrighty. So, as you can see, there's my bird. See my bird?
Is that a sun blaster that you've got there?
This is no, the light is nope, it's a Mackenzie.
I like my sun blaster.
But these are purple satellite clones.
Nice.
I just got to remove this thing. Take this thing out. And I'm going to turn the light on besides that light.
Hello, puppy.
There's my dog.
Oh, there's my dog. Yeah. All right.
Walked into Darcy's house and his dog come after me till she saw who it was. Some guard dog that was.
So what I got them in is this is your Floraflex setup for clones or seedlings. It comes with a tray and a dome and an insert. So this is an insert.
What does one of those cost?
I don't know because they were given to me.
Oh.
But I imagine they're likely around $75.
My Sunblaster, I think, was $89.
Like, so you get this, you get a bag, you get a bag of these little
plugs,
plugs, right? Yeah, and there's 50 come in a bag and 50 come in a tray. So a tray holds 50.
You just stick your end in there and.
Yep. So just stick your end of your clone in and go.
Do you dip?
I dip mine. So what these are dipped in is these are dipped in stem root. Actually, Marcel.
Yeah.
I did my little test that I said I was going to do. So some of these clones, you're going to notice have, see the yellow stuff out?
Yeah.
That's your stem root number 2.
Okay.
See how that one is kind of a little more grayer?
Yeah.
That one's stem root number 3.
So you're trying different products.
Well, I'm trying stem root number 3 to see because it's a 0.8 IBA.
I have no idea what that is.
IBA, I can tell you exactly what IBA is so people know what it is. They're back. Actually, I'm going to sit you here so you can stare at some clones while I run and grab that. There.
There's some clones. We'll see how much they grow while he's gone.
Tick tock, tick tock.
Oh, there. I see growth happening. I was going to go and get the answer for you, but I'll let him do it.
All right, we'll be right back after this message.
Well, we were talking about stem root the other night. The fact that there's 3 different types of stem root, and the best one, or supposedly the best one for cannabis, has always been stem root number 2.
I did not know that.
All growers go for stem root number 2 for their clones,
which is an IBA of 0.4.
Right. So it's half the strength of the stem root 3, which is meant for hardwood plants. So what the question was, the woodier stalk on clones may actually root better with stem root 3 versus stem root 2. So that's what Darcy's finding out.
Yeah, and what IBA stands for is indole 3-butyric acid.
Wow, that's a long one that I'll never use again.
That's why he says IBA.
And there's the difference. So your difference is there's your number 2, and it's yellow, and your number 3. And it's gray. Yeah, it looks like charcoal.
And the number 1, I think, is white, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, white's meant for like really wispy fucking plants.
Softwood trees.
What?
Softwood trees.
Yeah, wispy plants.
Yeah. But
works good for willows.
So what I'm going to show you guys is because I didn't spray these today because they're still pretty moist and pretty, like, none of them are wilted over, so those are healthy clones. And you'll notice that I cut the ends of the leaves. What that does is that helps perspire, helps them hold the moisture in so they can push more down to the root.
Well, the idea is to grow root, not leaf.
Exactly. So what's in this jug right now is this stuff right here, which is Clonex. It's the stuff called Clonex Mist. And what it is it's a root promoter. So you pull it and spray it. You can pull your spray it, or you can feed it directly to the plugs, right? And it looks like this. But the only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't go very far. Because it says
a lot of it.
Well, right as you can see right there. Mix one part. What's that?
As if you could see that.
You can't see
that?
I
can't see that.
Nobody can see that, Darcy.
But anyways, mix 1 part Clonex Mist to 3 parts water. That's pretty shows it doesn't go very far, is what I'm trying to say. Like that whole bottle, you got to use that whole bottle for a gallon of water.
Which means when you're spraying it, you're wasting a lot.
Yeah. So now if I can get this here. So I already have some in this bottle. And now I'm just going to take it and just kind of mix them a little bit. And what this will do is it'll keep your clones. One, it'll help them root quicker, supposedly. That's what we're going to find out with this stuff. And 2, it'll keep them from yellowing out. As you can see, some of them are starting to yellow out. They're not that healthy green. So, and it makes your clones look shitty when all the leaves on them are yellow, and all you got's a little set. The center of it's just a little green.
It tells me that it's growing.
Yeah, but I don't like the look of it. So I just keep them mist it like that, and we're doing back on, but my light's back up there.
How many watts is that, Darcy?
This one here, Al, actually, it's talking right on it.
Mine is 5.
24.
Wow.
24 watts, but it's only 0.35 of an amp.
Hang on a second. You said 24 watts?
24 watts, 0.35 of an amp.
This might get a little noisy with the fan.
Why are you going to fart?
No, I'm looking at my light.
Oh, I think the Sun Blaster is 5.
Okay, no, mine's 14 watts.
14?
Yeah. Mine's a Jiffy Hydro.
Jiffy Hydro.
You got Jiffy Hydro, and that one, and there's a Mackenzie, and then I had a Sun Blaster. And then
This is my second Sun Blaster. I had one in Durham that somebody stole, unfortunately.
Yeah, my Sun Blaster is behind me up on my kitchen. I got it to light up my kitchen, but I also have the ones.
They do make nice lights for a bedroom, for a room.
They do. And then I also had the ones that Grow Light sells, and I'm gonna tell you that brand right now. GROW. But now you want to, by rights, you want to go in there and spray them a couple times a day.
Do you have one, Dale?
No, I just got a dome and I use a shop light over top of it.
Yeah, see that actually, Dale, the dollar store sells light bulbs
incandescent grow lights.
Yeah, they're like $4 a piece.
Okay. Like small.
I bet you they'd be good for fucking clones.
They work perfect because they're you can get a veg spectrum or you can get a flower spectrum.
Oh yeah. I'd probably just hot glue that right to the top of the dome.
Yeah. Back in the 70s, my buddy took me to his brother's place, and his brother had a wooden box built that had a door on it, but it was only about 4 feet high and about 2.5 feet square. Opened it up, and all it was just filled with those light bulbs and one plant. And the plant was gorgeous, but this guy had built his own little grow box long before people were building grow boxes. Because that would have been around 79.
People will do funny things. I had a buddy in the 90s who had one plant in the kitchen of his basement apartment that he didn't rent because he was using the kitchen, right? But he had one spotlight, and then everything, and then it was all put foil up on the wall and surrounded it with foil. So it was just one light, one spotlight, and foil, and he had monster fucking buds.
Oh yeah,
yeah. But that was a long time ago.
All right, want to watch a movie?
Yeah, sure.
All right, add me to there, and let me know when you add me.
Go ahead.
Cannabis, often called marijuana, is a plant with psychoactive properties. It has been used for centuries in various cultures for its medicinal and recreational benefits. These properties come from chemical compounds called cannabinoids. There are over 100 different cannabinoids found in the cannabis plant. The most well-known cannabinoid is tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC. THC is the primary psychoactive component that gives users the feeling of being high. THC is responsible for the intoxicating effects of cannabis. It interacts with the brain's receptors to produce euphoria and altered sensory perceptions. Another important cannabinoid is cannabidiol, or CBD. Unlike THC, CBD is non-psychoactive and does not cause a high. CBD does not produce a high, but is linked to various therapeutic benefits. It is often used to alleviate pain, reduce anxiety, and treat certain types of epilepsy. There are two primary ways to consume cannabis: smoking and ingesting. Each method has its own unique set of effects and benefits. Smoking involves inhaling the smoke from burning dried cannabis flowers or concentrates. This method allows for rapid absorption of cannabinoids into the bloodstream through the lungs. Ingestion involves eating or drinking cannabis that has been prepared in food or beverages, often called edibles. This method results in a slower onset of effects as the cannabis is processed through the digestive system. The method of consumption significantly influences the onset, duration, and intensity of cannabis's effects. Smoking typically leads to quicker, shorter-lasting effects, while ingesting provides a more prolonged experience. Smoking cannabis delivers THC to the brain very quickly. This leads to a rapid onset of psychoactive effects, commonly referred to as a high. Users often experience euphoria, relaxation, and altered sensory perception. They may also notice changes in their thought processes, including increased creativity or difficulty with short-term memory. In addition to mental effects, smoking cannabis produces physical reactions. These can include increased heart rate, red eyes, dry mouth, and increased appetite. Some users experience dizziness or lightheadedness. The short-term physical effects of smoking cannabis typically subside within a few hours. Ingesting cannabis produces a different experience compared to smoking it. The effects take longer to appear, often 30 minutes to an hour or more, because THC must first be processed by the digestive system and liver. This delay can make it difficult to gauge the right dosage, leading some to consume more than intended. Once absorbed, the high from ingested cannabis tends to be more intense and longer lasting than from smoking. This prolonged effect can be both beneficial and challenging, depending on the user's environment and activities. This is because the liver converts THC into a more potent form, 11-hydroxy-THC. This metabolite is known to produce stronger psychoactive effects, contributing to the overall intensity of the experience. Similar to smoking, ingesting cannabis can cause physical effects. These can include increased heart rate and appetite, dry mouth, and red eyes. However, the delayed onset and prolonged duration of effects with ingestion can lead to more pronounced physical discomfort if too much is consumed. Both smoking and ingesting cannabis can have long-term effects. Regular use can lead to tolerance, meaning users need more cannabis to achieve the desired effects. Long-term use, particularly in adolescence, has been linked to potential cognitive impairments. Smoking cannabis, like smoking tobacco, poses risks to respiratory health. Cannabis is a complex substance with a wide range of effects that vary depending on the individual, consumption method, and dosage. While it offers potential benefits, responsible use requires understanding both the immediate and long-term consequences. As with any substance that impacts mind and body, moderation and awareness are key.
And there you go. Sure got quiet. I can't hear anybody.
No one's speaking.
Oh, that's why.
I'm here.
Okay. Did the video work?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Why is everybody so quiet tonight?
Because I'm reading his buddy's message. But is it really? Or does a combination of 80 cannabinoids that create the high? No, because THC distillate will give you a high feeling. Too much CBD distillate will give you a high feeling. But a little bit of THC with all the other cannabinoids will give you a much higher feeling. Has it got all the other cannabinoids? You keep holding it up.
It is obviously it's been distilled. It's CO2 extract that has been distilled 4 times for purity.
That's fucking awesome.
What it says. Don't know what
What
that means.
What are you giggling about?
Fucking Ovechkin just got taken out by the ref.
Oh.
He tried to jump up on the boards and his feet were hanging over and it fucking took Ovechkin out. He was fucking pissed.
Oh.
Well.
That's terrible.
Yeah, he was pissed.
Oh.
Was there a fight?
No, but Ovechkin was not happy. He came by. He was giving him a mouthful.
Are they allowed to fight anymore?
Oh yeah.
NHL there.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys ever, Len? Have you watched any of the Banana League?
Baseball.
Banana baseball.
I've seen the reels.
Yeah, I've seen the reels. Yeah.
What's banana baseball?
They dance and they do tricks and they flip around and
The Savannah Bananas, they call them.
Yeah.
No, I'll pass.
It's kind of like the Globetrotters of baseball.
But I mean, it's quite entertaining. I've watched several videos about it. It looks quite entertaining.
I've been watching a lot of wheelchair boxing because I want Darcy to get involved. I want to be the one that pushes.
Hey, I'm getting trained.
Well, you get trained to take a punch because you're getting driven in pretty quick. A good friend of mine is
he's a coach at the boxing academy in here in Truro. So he said he trained me.
Well, I'm going to identify as a wheelchair boxer, and I'm going to take y'all on.
Night, that'd be awesome. You need a driver though. Tara's gonna have to
You
drive
need a driver. Got to have a driver.
No, I'm just going to stand up.
No,
you
no.
bastard.
Well, it's the only way I'm going to win. But I'm going to identify as it.
Wait. Now, if that's the case, then nut shots are totally legal. You sure you still want to stand up?
True.
Because if you're standing up, that's a body shot.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's all below the belt.
We got a power play.
What happened?
Yeah. Meanwhile,
fuck yeah!
Hockey night in Canada.
Montreal scored, apparently.
Fuck yeah!
Another one.
They're in Montreal, man. It's gonna be hard to beat them in Montreal.
So the Leafs still in it?
Yeah, they're up 3-0.
Oh, cool.
They win tomorrow night's game against Ottawa. Ottawa's out.
Yeah, they already started the parade route.
See, I'm the same way as Buddy.
Yeah.
No effect off 1,000 milligram distillate gummy compared to one with whole plant.
Oh, there's definitely more with a full spectrum.
He doesn't get any effect. I get a headache from it.
From what?
Distillate. I get a headache from distillate.
I'm not getting a headache from this stuff.
Anything over 50 milligrams of distillate, and I get a headache.
Well, I went through this got 35 milligrams of CBD, and then I don't know. I don't have the label here, and it's really high in the hundreds.
But when you think about it, is it really a headache, Marcel, or is it an eye ache? Because your head shouldn't hurt because your brain doesn't have no feeling.
I think that was an insult.
No, because he's got a point. The brain doesn't have nerve endings.
No, that's why they can do brain surgery on you and you don't feel it.
To feel pain.
To get into it, though, it fucking hurts.
How does it signal you that you have a headache when you don't have nerve endings to signal pain in that area?
So what's a migraine if you don't get a headache in your brain? Because that's a brain headache, is it not? Or is it just
everything that I read now? Lenny's likely going to chirp in here because I hope he does. I was always told everything that was caused by a headache and these cluster headaches, these migraines, are because your blood is oversaturated with water and not your cells.
It's more your vasculature. It's not really your nerves.
Okay,
that's what I'm thinking. But I'm asking my friend.
Oh God, here we go. Chat GPT.
No, I watched that bio fucking human biochemist dude, fucking Gary Brecken. That's what he says. He says that, and I quote, "It's because fucking your body, your blood's oversaturated with water and not your cells, so it can't absorb the proper minerals and nutrients or something like that."
It's vasodilation. It's almost like you're blowing up your hose.
Oh, okay.
It's a better way I like to phrase it. For example, when people have a nitro spray when they're having a heart attack, it's the vasodilation they're looking for because you're trying to get blood to flow. But they get a headache. But they'll get a headache from it because you're causing vasodilation up in the vascular up around your head.
No, I've seen that on a fucking a TV show too. But he didn't have his nitroglycerin, so they used they crushed up sildenafil and gave that to him.
Yeah, well, Viagra gives you a headache. A lot of patients.
Yeah, but it did the same thing for him when he was with like kind of the same thing as nitro. Now I don't know if that's all true, but I got the concept.
Well, that's why
it blows up the vein.
It helps nitric oxide, but yeah, that's why you can't. That's why they warn you don't take nitro spray with Viagra.
Okay.
You can get massive vasodilation and like blood pressure drop and pass out.
I have my answers.
What are your answers?
So I said, if the brain doesn't have nerve ending to feel pain, how do you get a headache? Great question. You're absolutely right. The brain has no pain receptors, so it can't feel pain directly, but the structures around the brain absolutely can.
It's the mechanoreceptors around the blood vessels, I believe.
So the pain-sensitive structures include blood vessels in the brain, like the dura mater and arteries, meninges, the protective layer around the brain, cranial nerves, especially the trigeminal nerve, scalp muscles, and neck tissues, and sinuses and eyes. So a migraine example is caused by a dilation of blood vessels and inflammation around the brain. It triggers the trigeminal nerve, which relays pain. Tension headaches are caused by tight muscles in the scalp, neck, and shoulder. Sinus headaches come from inflammation in the sinus. So yeah, it's not your brain; it's everything around it.
Yeah.
And yes, your optic nerve can cause you an eye pain, which would feel like a headache, depending on where on
Most
the
of the
optic
time
nerve.
when I get a headache, it's behind my eyes, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Little fuck.
What was
I
that?
am
What
not.
are you swearing at? And why? Who are you calling a little fuck, boy?
The TV.
No.
Sorry, Al.
He called him a stupid little fuck.
Yeah, he was on the wrong side of the ice, and fucking Washington just scored. He wasn't taking his man.
Is it back to tie?
It is now. Yeah. Yeah. Stick on your man, but no. You had to be on the other side of the ice. Yeah, I should be their coach. Hey, Team Canada, Team Canada wheelchair fucking, they're looking for coaches and assistant coaches and people to help them out.
There you go,
Yeah.
Marcel.
No, fuck that shit.
Get into fucking there, Lenny. Get into coaching Paralympic hockey.
Lenny has time.
I did my tour of coaching fucking hockey, and I survived it, and that's all I have to do.
I think Dale's having a hard time.
I think so too. A lot of in and out for him.
I guess Mary
I mean,
Jane
don't get me
tucked it
wrong.
on.
I loved coaching. I just hated people.
Where's the penalty?
There's no penalty. It's hockey.
No, he got one. Good.
It's fucking playoff hockey. No penalties. Just let them play.
No. Interference?
No. I don't believe you. Darcy?
It was.
Turn off the game. It'll be on later.
No, actually, it won't be on later.
Well, there are better odds of them winning if you turn it off.
Nope. That's why I can't leave the living room right now.
Because you've been watching every game every night they've lost.
Yeah, but I wasn't in my living room.
Maybe it's you.
Nope. I'm in my living room and I got my socks on now.
Listen, my wife will confirm this. Like, if my team's losing, I will leave or turn it off or go to another room with the intent, knowing that I am leaving. It will change the outcome of the game in my favor.
It doesn't work.
It does work.
It fucking works a lot, man.
It works way more than you can imagine. Do you know why
It works a
Toronto's
fucking
winning? Because I'm not watching the fucking games. Because whenever I watch Toronto play, they lose.
Good. Start watching.
It's scary.
No, fuck that. I want them to win. I want them to win tomorrow night. That's a full sweep for them. That one's done. Move on.
How
to the
many
next
do
one.
they need? How many games do they need to win?
4.
They only need to win one more, and then they move.
And then they go into the semis. Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's a fucking second round. That's the first round.
First round, and they go into the second, and then they go into the conference finals.
Okay. So they still have about 15 games to go.
Listen,
16 games win the Stanley Cup.
They're going to hit Florida and go out.
Yep.
16 games if you do a clean sweep.
If you do a clean sweep, but you have to win 16. You have to get 16 wins to win the Stanley Cup.
So here I'll tell all the Toronto fans this is what's going to happen. They're going to lose because they're going to hit Florida, and nobody in Florida has two fuckers that would like nothing better than to shove Toronto up Canada's ass. Matthew Tkachuk and Halifax's own Brad Marchand. They would enjoy nothing better than eliminating the fucking Leafs.
Oh, yes.
That's true.
Yes.
And they're both very good hockey players.
They are.
But how do you know that the whole thing's not been scripted?
What the fuck happened to her?
I don't believe it's. I don't think you can script hockey. It's pretty crazy.
You really think that it's gotten to the point where they're scripting hockey games, Marcel?
They're scripting boxing matches, Al.
Right.
Boxing's a little easier to do.
That was a what do they call it? A charity bout for Mike Tyson.
And what about all the accusations of scripting of the Super Bowl?
I've never heard that.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they can script it.
The refs can get involved a little more, but
yeah,
that could be the only way I could see it. On
Not
any
the
end.
WWE.
What?
I said it's not the wrestling. It's not the WWE.
That I don't consider as a sport. I mean, yes, they're very athletic, but that's an acting. That's a Jackie Chan movie without a script.
That's sports entertainment.
Right.
That's correct.
Yes, because they're very athletic people. It's like watching American.
And you know what? A great number of professional wrestlers came out of the amateur circuit and Olympic circuit. So, you know, there are some wrestlers with some real good talent.
A lot of them come from football.
Yeah.
So I mean, they have a sports background, but I don't look at American Ninja, which is an obstacle course, as being a sport. That to me is an entertainment, a very athletic entertainment. But it's
that is athleticism.
Right. A sport to me is a one-on-one competition or a one-on-several competition. Right?
It's a true battle.
Exactly.
And again, I'll say things like figure skating is not a sport. It's an athletic event.
Mm-hmm. Right. Hockey is a sport. Track and field is not a sport. It's an athletic event.
Yeah. To me, sports is like you got to score and you got to go directly head to head.
Yeah.
Like a marathon. They're great athletes, but they're not sports. Well-conditioned people. The Tour de France, I don't call it a sport. I consider it an athletic event.
I saw a joke today and I laughed. Some guy said he was in some group and it was a historic sports group, and somebody said who was the first winner of the Tour de France, and he said, I guess 5th Panzer Division wasn't the right answer.
All right.
Didn't get it, did you?
No. I didn't get it. Over my head.
5th Panzer Division in World War II were the ones that swept through France. So, they won the first Tour de France. Yeah. It's a fucking cruel joke, man.
Too soon.
Yeah. Yeah. What? Geez, that's how long is that now? 40, 50, 75 years, 70 years since World War II. I had a video come up on YouTube today that was really interesting how they did it. And I didn't get a chance to save it or anything like that because it was on my TV. But it was about the Halifax explosion that happened back in 1917 and this devastation that it caused. And
I think I've seen that or something about that. Yeah.
Anybody in Nova Scotia knows about that.
No, I know about it. I mean, I've watched a documentary on that. But is this new or is this clips from that documentary? What?
No, this was fairly new, and it's probably about 30 minutes long.
Oh, cool.
And
I watched. It was probably one of the unknown exploring unknown or whatever it's called there. That guy. Oh crap! What's his name? I don't remember. But he's an archaeologist, and he goes and talks about things like that.
Oh yeah.
And they went and searched for boats in Lake Superior and stuff like that.
Yeah, Heritage Moment has done videos on it. I know that, but it
wasn't that about the guy doing the telegraph to warn people, saved a bunch of lives.
Beep, 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 beep,
that's the only one I remember.
Huh?
No, the Heritage Moment that I always remember is the ones where they come into Canada and it was Canada.
Canada.
No, I know that one too, but I mean about the Halifax explosion. I mean, that's the only one I meant, Darcy. Sorry.
Oh yeah. No. I think there's only ever one about the Halifax explosion, isn't there?
And the peach basket guy and putting the hole in his basket to play basketball.
Yeah.
So what was the boat's name?
The Mont Blanc
and the Emu.
And the
that's pretty fucking good. I couldn't remember that shit.
It was a musician boat, wasn't it?
The Mont Blanc was carrying literally tons of ammunition. And
it was a munitions boat. Yeah.
Fuel, and the Emo swerved into the side of it, causing the drums to leak down into the hull and ignite. And all of a sudden, everybody was out standing on the shores on both sides of the harbor watching this ship burn.
Wow.
Because it was wartime, the ship wasn't flying the flags that it would normally fly when it's carrying dangerous cargo. So when it blew up, it blew all the water out of the Halifax harbor. Well, first there was a big giant fireball that knocked down all the houses and all the buildings and burnt everything. Then all of the water left the harbor on both sides, went up into Halifax and Dartmouth, and then washed everything back down into the ocean.
No doubt, eh?
And yeah, it made a mess.
And that was 1917, you said?
Yeah.
1917, yeah.
The anchor off the ship landed 2.5 miles away.
Is it the
You heard
Arndale
it
Road?
here. Nova
Yeah,
Scotia history right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandfather was a kid in Truro, and he was playing in the front yard when it happened, and it blew the windows out of their house.
Yeah, it blew the windows out of my great grandmother's house out in Muscatau, out in Pinchcott too, Marcel.
Wow.
Yeah, and people in Amherst, 200 kilometers away, heard it. It was that big of an explosion. It was devastating, especially then, and right before a fucking blizzard. So now you have 2 cities on fire.
Oh, was it winter?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was December.
Oh.
December 6th. But yeah, 2 cities on fire with rubble everywhere and people trying to dig people out of rubble, burning rubble, and then they get hit with a fucking blizzard.
Burning out of Barney rubble.
But
and then Boston
a lot of heroes happened out of that. One was the Heritage Moment with the telegraph operator. He realized that it was a munition ship. So instead of running out of the city, he ran to the telegraph office and stopped all the trains from coming in.
I seem to remember that.
Yeah, he basically
sacrificed himself, basically.
Yeah, he basically said it's going to be his last transmission. So he said goodbye, and then he was gone.
Boom.
Yeah, when the explosion happened. And then the town of Boston sent a trainload of help to Halifax, and every year since then, the town of Boston, or the city of Boston, has gotten a Christmas tree from the province of Nova Scotia.
Huh.
As a thank you.
Thank you.
Because we're like that out here.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I always thought New England should have been part of the Maritimes anyway.
I kind of agree.
Not necessarily the 51st state, but maybe they should have been part of Canada.
Yeah, but the one that I watched today, what he talked about a lot in that was more where within a week or two, they were already in court trying to lay blame. Whose fault was it? And it took a few years before they realized, and then it was actually changed. But nobody was actually ever blamed. It was an accident. It was an accident that the captains of both ships fucked up. So human error on both sides. There's your history lesson for today.
And 2,000 people died.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And 20,000 were wounded.
I have family in Amherst too, buddy.
And then the blizzard hit.
Blizzard, yeah, the blizzard. That's what really hurt. Well, I mean, everything hurt. And I mean, the structures back then weren't really made to withstand anything. But that's okay. That was the first time. The second time that they almost lost everything was when Magazine Hill caught on fire in Dartmouth.
I thought there was another big explosion on the water as well.
It wasn't on the water. It was on shore.
Oh, okay.
There's an area called Magazine Hill. It's basically bunkers where they store all the ammunition for the Navy ships and the military. And back in the, I think it was late 40s. So after World War II, I think, that caught on fire. And they had a few little explosions over there. So a lot of panic was happening. Because that's a big hill with a lot of bombs. But they survived it.
So, how's about we wrap this up?
So, sure.
All right.
So it's better to practice safe stuff, Al. Wrap it up.
What's the score, Darcy?
2-2.
I got to go and roll a bunch of joints.
Montreal just pulled their goaltender. I'm trying to figure out why.
Because he sucks?
Well, you guys enjoy your game.
Maybe what I'll do is go put the game on and make sure they lose.
And Marcel, enjoy yourself doing your doobies, and we will see everybody next week. Thanks for listening. Take care, buddy.
See you.
I'll be up in the morning, Lenny.
I gotta try to remember, man. Don't be mad if you don't see me.
I'll be there in the afternoon, Darcy.
I'm gonna be sitting there like the dog going out to pee, waiting for Lenny.
I'll be there in the afternoon, Darcy.
Not a problem, Marcel. Bye, guys.